behalf of the Ignatian Solidarity Network, I'd like to welcome you to this 20th annual Ignatian Family Teaching for Justice.
Everyone, hello. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Oh, good. In the Congress, a lot of the work that we do tends to be dominated by the committee assignments that we have. Although the regular order has been severely broken here over the past, well, it's getting worse and worse. But we go through the motions that we are using the committee process. I serve on the Judiciary Committee, the Science Committee, and the House Administration.
Or something you've done in the past. In 2013, you actually came to our school.
I know, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, the leadership conference, and that was really wonderful, and it actually set the tone. Even though we weren't there as students, it set the tone for our program.
Oh, nice.
And it's grown a lot since then, so thank you.
We really want to support legislation that helps victims of human trafficking,
Right.
so that they can rehabilitate and so that more victims can be found.
Well, I think it's great that MIDI has taken on these issues in such a serious way, and that you've even come to Washington to try and bring your studies on these subjects to life in terms of the legislation. I enjoyed the times I've gone out to MIDI to meet with students, and but it's a very tough nut on some of these issues. You've identified some things that we've had big fights on. So I think since you're really everybody in the Bay Area already agrees with us, so that's you'll just get people who say yes, I agree. But where we have disagreement is really out in the Central Valley. Actually there's 4 Republicans out there who will not help. Some out in the Southern California area. I don't actually know if any of them went to Jesuit high schools. It might be nice to do the research and see if any of them have, and whether you can use that as a wedge to go in and try and talk to them or their legislative directors or chiefs of staff.
When I was reading the Gettysburg Address, it mentioned how people risked their lives and lost their lives to fight for rights. And my dream is that we continue to progress to work towards promoting human rights, and that eventually those goals that people fight for will eventually be reached.
I have a dream that we as Americans and we as people in the world
we'll find it within ourselves to make sure that everyone, no matter their race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, identity, and make sure that everyone has just basic human dignity, basic human rights, that we may show more kindness and compassion to each other and remember the histories that we've all endured and to not forget the struggles that everyone has gone through.
In all honesty, my dream is that we all survive the next 3 years or so, because after that, we'll be able to vote, we'll be able to get out and make our voices heard, because that's what matters. What matters is that we try. We have to, because there are so many injustices in this world, and nothing about that is going to change unless we, as in each and every one of us, try. So my hope and dream is that we all continue to try.
I have a dream that youth will take more opportunities to take control of their lives and look forward to progress rather than making decisions that will harm them, and look to helping other people who have less than they have.
I have a dream that someday peace will come without war.
I have a dream that one day education will be more than just a dream for young people all around the world.
I have a dream that equality will be defined by equal access to resources and education for all.
My dream is that one day people will actually have all the human rights that we believe that humans should have, because we talk so much about human rights and we know what human rights are. It's having like a house, having enough food, it's having an education. But we see that like not enough people in the world get an education. They don't get a house, they don't get the human rights that they deserve. And so my dream is that one day like we have all the human rights we should have.
So there was one line that I read at the Gettysburg Address that said that it is for us the living who essentially have the responsibility to complete the unfinished works of the past. And I think that's a major theme of social justice. So I think my dream would be that more people continue to work and help and support the marginalized, and that specifically our legislature works to remedy some of what's going on with the marginalized community as well.
My dream is to see the end of human trafficking and modern-day slavery.
My dream is to see criminals have justice in society and a chance to get rehabilitated.
I have a dream that the endeavor for justice never ends until the fruits of liberty are shared with each and every person of this earth.
Why do some of them get something?